shop on the edge of town. Bottles bubbling, shades of brown. With a wink, he'll sell you dreams. Potion man's got magic schemes. Potion man with your reasonable price. Mixing spells and a pinch of spice. Magic scrolls if you're feeling bold. A wizard's heart, a story untold. Behind the counter his cauldron steams. A dash of hope, a pinch of dreams. He hums a tune as he brews the night, turning darkness into light. Potion man with your reasonable price. Mixing spells and a pinch of spice. Magic scrolls if you're feeling bold. A wizard's heart, a story untold. He'll fix your luck with a crimson brew, or sell a scroll to make skies blue. In his hands the world takes form, a potion to weather any storm. Late at night when the shop is dim, he whispers secrets to the wind. Potion man with his careful art, brewing wonder straight from the heart. Potion man with your reasonable price. Mixing spells and a pinch of spice. Magic scrolls if you're feeling bold. A wizard's heart, a story untold. Hey, hey.
Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, here on Voice of the Rings, and today we're doing part 5 of the new area here, and I'm very excited, and also I just realized I hear no audio. Where is my audio? Ah, there we go. Ah, there it is. Welcome everyone. We're going to continue the story here today. I'm very excited to check out more of it. My voice is pretty much completely back to normal from a couple weeks ago, so it is great to be fully myself again. We are gonna have some fun. I got some new earbuds, so I'm just listening to them right now, so please tell me if you notice that the sound is too loud or something like that, but we're just gonna leave it at like right about there with the sound balance. That looks about good to me. I can totally hear myself now much better. My previous earbuds were I couldn't hear out of the right earbud, and I was thinking, is this my ear? And then I realized they had broken. So anyway, we are going to continue today. So I rode up to this one area from where we left off in the last one. Technically, the last one was like my birthday stream / part 4. If you want to know which one the last one is, it's on the live stream playlist. But we traveled through here. We did a bunch of quests over here in Ansheru. Is that, I think that's how you say it? It's not Shiru. It's Sheru, I believe. Ansheru. But anyway, we went over here and we went to Kanagur. How many of these names can I possibly butcher? We'll see. I will be taking a list. So we found Glorfindel, so we're going to continue here where we left off in the last one. So welcome everyone to the streams. All right. Lord Glorfindel.
We were right to come here. Travelers speak of a cleft in the rocks to the south named Damadur.
We were right to come here. Yes. Oh, it does. You know what these earbuds do? A much better job of giving me my voice back when I speak. It's got to make it way more fun for doing voiceovers. We were right to come here. Travelers speak of a cleft in the rocks to the south named Dardum. He just said it. Damurdur. I have learned little but the name, for stories of the place are muddled and confused. Most of folk fear to go that way. They are unable to explain why they fear it so. Some say the cleft is held by the Urdak, but others claim to experience terror of a deeper nature. You should make your way south further along the road and look for yourself. Ulashar and I will continue to speak to the people here in search of answers to this central question. Do the people fear the presence of Urdak at Damurdur or a deeper evil? Cool. All right. Continuing on. I'm going to have to adjust to these new earbuds. It gives me a very different feeling of balance. Like I can really hear my voice a lot. Hopefully these are good ones. We'll see. Could always get new ones, but this is a test today. I tested them a little bit the other day, but you can't really test a brand new piece of hardware until you really use it, you know? All right, so we're here in the beautiful lands. This is probably one of my like favorite regions in the game now. I know it's deserty. I don't really always like deserty locations, but this one is just especially unique. The sun's going down over there, but I just like the animals. I like how the terrain looks. I said this wrong the other day. I was talking to my mom, who's a geologist. It's not column with a B on the end. I was putting a B on it. It's column, like columnar jointing. That's like an AR. You can look it up if you want to see the word. But I was right that the word, I just was putting a B on it. So it's columnar jointing. Columnar. I think it's something like ish like that. There's no B. I put a B in the middle. But anyway, I love this though. I love these things. I think they're so cool. And it just gives such a cool feel. These just gold pillars coming out. Now, are they actual gold? I don't think this is supposed to be actual gold for the lore reasons. There's some kind of mineral, but very, very cool. It's a volcanic structure that usually happens. So clearly this area has much ancient volcanic activity, which is really kind of cool, right? Like, I think that's so cool. It adds to the lore building of the world. It makes you feel like you're in the place. You can see players running by on their horses. It's a very, very cool valley. And I like it a lot. It's super cool. All right, I want to do one thing here real quick. Oh, getting these weird little sticks when I try to move my screen. I don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna turn the music down a tiny bit. Sound effects are gonna go up a tiny bit, and ambient sounds are gonna go up a little bit. There we go. We'll leave combat at 30. There. You guys tell me if something's too loud or too quiet. All right. Hello there. Columbus. No, not that. That's not the word, Elvin. Pyrite. Yeah, it does have a look of pyrite, like fake gold. Yeah, it does. Could be. Maybe it is. I haven't done a quest yet that told me it was that. But if you guys have, please tell me. Someone already explained in one of the quests. Maybe I'll get there in these quests pretty soon. I'm supposed to go up and look out over that area, so we're going to go up right by that very large group of rocks, and we will do this one quest. So what I'm going to do is I'm really going to focus on the main chapter today. I know I said that in the previous one, but I'm really going to focus on it. So the quests I have on my tracker are the 4 I have to do for the main chapter. Once we are done with that, we're going to move on. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at how far you can see. That is something fun in the new areas. They've really... So they updated in Lord of the Rings Online the render distances. See, I mean, we can see all the way to those, like, some of the ancient fortresses over there on the left by the mountain. You could not even see half that distance, 10 years ago in this game, right? The game didn't render that far at all. The client didn't, the server didn't send the data, nothing. But now you can see super duper far, right? It's my fun little super duper. But basically, I love that. I really love that, being able to render and really see. It makes the world feel so large. You can actually see inside that mountain, there are 2 like spires that are different than the rock pillars. That's actually the secret dwarven realm, which we are going to get to in today's stream. Yeah, look at that cute little animal. Look at it go. There's a lot that just really adds the game over time. Things like that. Really little things. Texture updates, stuff like that. I might have to do a restart once, though, because I'm being a little bit... My character's being a little glitchy. I have these little freezes. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes, if there's anything going on, I just do a restart, and there's no problems then. Alright, beat up that poor jackal. And get up to this spot, and we're supposed to just look out over this area, I believe. Alright. The Odok have established the camp of Korthrau. Is that how I say it? Rao? Outside of Damurdur. Okay, do I need to do anything up here while I'm up here? No? Really? Okay. Well, I guess that's it. There are some quests, apparently, to wipe out some of these sorcerers. Ooh, is it a daily or something? Let's just beat this guy up and see what it is. Aha! Hello there! Don't you dare blind us! Don't you dare! Okay, let's see what is it? Challenge. Defeat. It's just defeat 8 of them. That's a classic quest thing. Question is it a daily? Probably not. But I'm not entirely sure, so why don't we just beat up 8 of them real quick. With my great golden battle axe, which someone asked me the other day, what is that battle axe? And it is the Replica fabled great axe. And you get it from Lily's Court or whatever the place is in Bree. There might be a way to get it, like, cosmetically from a drop, but I am not aware of it. If you are, you could leave a comment. Out of my way, you Ordaki Dolo. What a name, sir. You need to think of a better name. Yeah, I'm getting little weird spikes. I'm gonna restart my game real quick here in a second. I'm using something which actually helped my load time tremendously. But I'm curious if that's causing it. But we'll just do a restart first and see if that fixes it. But I want to finish getting the last 3 of these guys first. Oh, that's a big scary boy. Alright. Spin to win. So I noticed these earbuds, they almost have a feeling of being like stuffed up when I hear things, but they actually give a really good balance between the voices, my voice and the voices in game, and the sounds. Like there's like a depth to my new earbuds that I got, so I am happy with that. I can kind of hear the differences. It's a little less all one meshed sound like my previous set. All right, this should be the last one we need. Look at that. That view is amazing. All right, there we go. Boom. All right, got some reputation. Awesome. All right, so real quick now, I am going to full turn off the game and turn it back on. Ba, 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 ba. Give it a moment. Hello, Angus! What's up, Joss? What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream, everybody. All right, there we go. All right. Do a little load. I'm going to close this in the background. I'm going to make sure that I have this on. I sure do. And we send back in. Yep. Classic. Zollin mistyped his password. Who would have guessed? All right, there we go. Problem solved. You know, you try to go type your ridiculously long password and you mess one syllable up, you know? All the characters are pretty cool, by the way. Like, this character is cool. This character is cool. You're like, that's Gandalf. Yeah, of course. Of course he's cool. But yeah, I put it in, my officer, Mr. Hammer, was saying put it in compatibility mode for Windows 8, the game. And sometimes that helps with the log out, log in load times. And I definitely think it did. For me, it does not always help everyone. Sometimes it could make it worse. So you could try it and then switch it back. If you know how to do that, you just right click on the icon that launches the game, go into options and like the properties and say, you know, compatibility mode 8. Righty. Alright, let's see how we're... Now, we are going to ride to our next... So we could turn this one into Glorfindel real fast. Let's do that first. Ride my little goat down the hill. I'm curious how many people are playing the game right now. A decent amount. At least on my server. I want the silver ore deposit. Give it to me. Ha 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 ha. I'm a greedy dwarf. Give me all the ore. I can never get enough ore, you guys. You can sell ore for money. Money let you do anything. Well, not anything, but you can get lots of things with money in game, right? Alright. I'm definitely a lot stronger now with my gear. It's funny, you guys. I'm actually, you know, my damage and stuff is decent considering my gear is all tanky gear. I have like 0 DPS gear. It's like everything I have on, tank gear. Like almost none of it gives me crit or physical damage. I just realized the To the King animation sound is the same sound as they do, I think, is the leveling sound, isn't it? Alright, here's our friend, Mr. Ulanagar, whatever his name is.
The Ordakai encamp outside Damadur.
The Ordakai encampment outside Darmadur. They must be searching for something. But what that may be remains unknown to us. I found someone who might know something of their purpose, but he is too terrified to speak any further on the subject. His name is Arshuk, I think is how you say it. Can you convince him to tell us what he saw at the Darmadur? All right, man. Tell us or else. No, just kidding.
I want to help you, but...
Akshud stammers with fright. Only when you place a reassuring hand on his shoulder, his arm, and tell him, threaten. I'm just kidding. Does he claim sufficiently to make himself understood? If I speak, I will... Will you protect me from the terrible creatures that stand behind the Ordaki? Can you prove to me that you have the courage to oppose them? Glorfindel catches your eye.
Arshuk began to tell Ulishar about something he saw at Damadur, but then he was overcome with terror.
And would say nothing more. Whatever he saw, we must prove to him we have the courage to protect him, or he will say nothing. One common element has emerged from the talk of the people with whom I have spoken, Zollin. Many of these folk have been impressed by the bright shine of the weapons wielded by the Odaki, and by the gems and jewels that adorn their clothings. Perhaps if you retrieve a fancy blade of the Adak from the camp of Kuth Rao, Akshuk will see you have the courage to oppose this kingdom and protect him from its soldiers. Then it may be his tongue will loosen, and he will confirm what I have come to suspect, that the Thaduth walk in An Sharu, which are the scary guys. The scary undead guys. Alright, glad we went and turned in directly, because they're going to send us back up there, so let's go ahead and run back up there real fast. Actually, you know what? We're gonna run down the road and talk to this quest first, just in case it like sends us up the mountain or something. Because it'd be annoying not to do it a third time. Hello, welcome to the stream, everyone. I am blown away. This game is so active after all this time. Yeah, it's very active. I really don't think they would have dumped in probably several $1 million to make new servers if it wasn't active. So I think you're safe to. I think your guess is good that it's an active game. If you don't know, that LOTRO has just put in a very large investment in moving brand new server banks and new 64 updated servers, 64-bit, because obviously the game engine was older, so they've updated all that. And they moved it from New Jersey, which was the EU and the North America servers, and they moved the EU ones to Amsterdam in Europe, and for European players, and they moved the other ones to Nevada for North American players. But a lot of European players play with us still. I'm on the server Glain if you ever want to play on the server with us. All right. Ushar stands behind the dry riverbed.
This is where the Ordachai seized me. I have not returned here since I escaped from Amark's duel.
With the help of the Turkan's travelers, I remember standing on the bank of the dry riverbed, imagining that I could hear the rushing of the water that once flowed within. So vivid was the fantasy I could almost see the torrent. But it was not so, and I felt rough hands upon me, breaking me from my, that's a word I haven't seen in a while. Revrine? The Usal remained dry. I learned later that the soldiers had not sought a Kinte in particular, but the nobility of Ordach valued my kind for captives. I was threatened no better than any others, but they enjoyed the sight of my labors. Ulashah shakes his head, banishing the painful memories. Will you cross the riverbed with me, my friend? I find the weight of these last few steps to be almost unbearable. I see the place to climb out of the channel just to the northwest. All right, so this character was, if you weren't at the beginning of my series here, this is part 5, he was enslaved and captured by the Ordaki, the Haradrim, one of the kingdoms, and basically put in slavery, and then he was saved by another group of Haradrim who were not part of that kingdom. Hence the Kingdoms of Harad expansion. There's many peoples in Harad, right? It's a very strong boy. Granted, I am not built for TPS, but very big. What's this young rock? Ooh, it's a very big, scary bird. Hello there. That's a very big bird. Defeated. Not as tanky. Alright, Ushan follows you across the riverbed, breathing deeply as he arrives. So poor guy has trauma, okay, everyone? Guy has trauma. It's a real thing. Those last few steps were the most difficult of all, but with your help I have taken them. I have now crossed west of the Usal for a good purpose, and not in captivity. Those memories will never be entirely banished, but no longer will they control my steps. I thank you for that, Zollin. I am not unafraid to continue on, even to MX Duel itself. I will do this for you and for the memory of my slain brother, Baharud. Alright, sweet. Is that it? I think we did. Okay, we're done. Alright. So, we're gonna... Oh, the moon came up. There's the moon. Check it out. The sun is just setting. By the way, this area looks really cool at night, too. The lighting in this area is really awesome at night. Very, very nice. And not the trader that you pointed to. I don't follow Angus. What part of the story? I know you said that a few minutes ago, but so we're way past the person you're talking about. Nice. Played a captain. Very nice. Very nice. Captains are really good. They've never really not been good. I feel like meta captain, like every class has got some type of meta that you can really use them with. But captains are well loved. They're great tanks. They're great support red line DPS, and they are also very, very good healers. You can either use them as a support healer with another main healer, or you can have them kind of be a main healer if you really know how, because they can heal. A lot of people don't always like to have them as main healers just because the two main healers have a lot of shields and other things, but captains have a lot of damage debuffs and things that they're very good. They can legitimately full heal. guy's having a battle right now. Alright, so retrieve a fancy blade. Oh, look, guys. A fancy blade. They just left it on the ground for me. What a coincidence. Alright, everyone. Let's fight. Turn the tables. Take that. Ha-ha. Ha-ha. Still getting little jitters, and I'm not quite sure why. I'm trying to figure that out for you guys. I'm getting little freeze jitters. I don't know if you guys can tell on the stream, but I'm trying to figure that out. I don't usually get that, so. All right, here's what it looks like at night. Pretty cool. Even this guy, which I must say has a very impressively long title to his name. Sergeant of the Guard. Sothholm, Wanderer of the Free City. That is quite a title and name, sir. My name's kind of long too, though, to be fair. But I was given this title. This is a given from... the devs can only give out this title. I was actually given to it by, I think the Lonely Mountain, the band, gave it to me. Their leader. Because she had titles from the devs, and I helped stream an entire like huge server event that was planned, so that's what they gave it to me. So that was very sweet. So I wear it proudly, and I mean it does kind of like fit what I do. Provider of event information. I do that all the time.
What is it? What have you done?
You show Akshu the fancy blade of the Ordak, and he looks at you in amazement. You dared trespass near enough to Damdur to retrieve this blade? This displays true courage, stranger. Wars upon Akshu's face and wrestles with fear, okay? He takes a deep breath and gathers his courage. It was a few nights ago. Under cover of darkness, I crept near to the camp of the Ordaki soldiers. I thought I might be able to steal some of the unattained swords and other treasures. The Ordaki plundered the Ridge of Plenty for its wealth. Sorry? And have always done so. Have they, how have they not right? But I do not. He's like, they stole it, why can't I steal it? You don't quite understand the morals of this, but that's okay. I was about to slip into the camp when something made me pause. Believe me, when I tell you I know this for certain, I had... Had I not stayed my feet and saw him flipping things, I would not be alive today. For as I hesitated, a group of figures emerged from the cleft of Damrudur and paused by the light of the fire. From their attire, sounds like that all rhymed, I knew 4 of them to be nobles of Odak, but their manner was striking. Had they not been so richly dressed, I might have through them servants. They cringed and what? They cringed and capered before the 2 most severe creatures I have ever seen. Oh, I see. They were tall and gaunt, in appearance like the Kinte elves you sometimes see through the mirror, but were those folk possesses a distant, preoccupied air, from these creatures I felt a sensation of intense hatred. A man and a woman they seemed in appearance, but the feeling of hatred radiating from them struck me as being quite otherworldly. They were flanked on 2 sides by great orcs, larger than any I have seen before. My blood ran cold and my breath stopped as they drew near to my hiding place. The clowning Ordaki noble? Shouldn't it be crowning? Is there supposed to be an R on that? Oh well. The clowning Ordaki nobility guarded their companion. Oh no, clowning because they were like being small. I see. Companions past the fires and into the darkness of the enveloping night. And as they faded from my view, but not my memory, never my memory, I heard them speak of the name Amakdul. That is where the terrible creatures must be now, either the guests or masters of Ordak. Alright, I think that's what Glorfindel was worried about. I think that's the big scary undead, guys.
It is clear to me from Ashuk's account that the large orcs he saw from afar were Rutugi.
They must serve the Dathun of Damurdur, even as those that slay my brethren served the Thardul of Utaburg. In Barudul's memory, I will continue to stand beside you, Zollin. The Atugi may not fear a Kinte elf, such as Ulashar, but it may be they should. Yeah, you get him, elf. Okay. Glorfindel, the true scary elf here.
I believe what Ashuk has told to us.
But we know more about the Tharduth than he does. Though no fault of his own, his fear of them is neither misplaced nor unfounded. Nobles of Ordak are not accustomed to subservice. Servity. Big word. Subserviency. There we go, I said it right. For them to behave so in the presence of the Tharduth indicates to me that they have some knowledge of their powers or abilities. The Ordaki are right to fear them. Perhaps they believe such demonstrations will keep the creatures they discovered at Darbon under control. On this, they must be wrong. The Tharduth intend to manipulate the Ordaki and seize control over their empire. Each of these remain our foes. We will continue to oppose them, even as they prey upon each other. But Arakusho's tale has told me something else of use, Zollin. The madness that inflicted the others, who strayed near Damrudul, did not affect Akshur. The Tharduth must be aware of an individual in order to invade his mind. This may be useful to us. Alright. Cool. Where are we off to next? Okay, so we gotta ride down the road here for our next quests. Off we go! Into the great night. Look at the sky, by the way. Look at the sky. Isn't that the coolest? Hello, what's up, guys? Hey, Flax, thank you for the sub on Twitch Prime, my friend. Hi, indeed. Hello. DN says, hello, old soy player here. Does this expansion include COD? I can show you where it includes. It does not have COD yet. No. This area? Top right? No. It's this area. So it's like all of the regions south of the Valley of Ikerven. So we did not go northeast. We went south. All right, so this is where you are right now. I think in the future we will probably get these areas up here. I'm assuming they're going to fill this out. We'll see. Or we might get Rune in the future up here, which could also be very cool. They also could fill out Mordor because we don't have any of these lands in Mordor. So possibly the story might twist into going into the Sea of Nurnin and all these areas over here, which would be a really cool place to go for the story. I have no knowledge of this, no special knowledge. I'm just making my educated guesses. All right. Hello, Blaze Robbins. How are you going? I've been trying to play lately, but the game does not run well. Oh, you're only getting like 3 and 5 frames? Yeah, I have a few tips for you on that. It depends. I have it. It's something. There is some stuff going on lately, which I'm sure they're gonna update. But I've been noticing little frame things too. But like right now, I mean, I'm getting 80 frames. You can see it right here. But I would say, real quick suggestion for you is when you go into advanced graphics, make sure you go down and turn off 3D portraits. That one's not worth it. There's also another one that someone told me about, frills, I think it is. You can turn down texture. You could put up texture cache and then put down like crowd player. It just depends. You can hover these, they'll explain. Adjust the amount of system memory will give you more graphics resources. That might help to bring up tech. This doesn't automatically get put at 1. It's like halfway normally. There's a few processing effects you can turn down here in advanced graphics. Sometimes that can help with frames. But another one that I think blob shadows affects a lot. You might want to like turn these off and on and see if it helps. Another thing you can do that someone was showing me is that you can always right click on, hold on. Right click on your icon and go to properties. Let's see here, like this. And then when you're in this, you can go to compatibility and you can try running the program in Windows 8 compatibility mode. That sometimes will help. That's what my officer, Mr. Hammer, was showing me, and it definitely helped my loading times. I still had no issue with the game running perfectly before that, but it helped with my load times. I don't know, maybe that'll help with frames. I don't know if that will. That's just totally like, try it. Doesn't work, turn it back off. But those are some ideas. It's kind of hard. That's really, really low frames. That's, you shouldn't be getting that low frames. Are you sure you've updated your client from 32-bit to 64-bit with the newest update? The client? I would double check that too. And if you are having troubles, you can always come into our Discord and talk to a bunch. We have a bunch of people who are like really good with that stuff. That could probably give you more information than I just gave you. I know a bit of stuff, but I'm not like, you know, I don't have every detail on that. I do work with computers a lot, but I don't directly know all the background stuff on LOTRO systems. Some people have studied a lot more than I have. How do you do the compatibility mode? You just need to right click on the icon wherever it is on your screen. So for me, right, I have this, right? Wherever it is, if it's on your desktop, just right click it and go to properties. And then go to compatibility mode. Now, I don't know if it's different if you're on Windows 11. I don't think so. I think you can still do this. Windows 11 is pretty much just Windows 10 with an updated skin, right? But there's a couple programming things that are different, but it just really depends on what, you know, what things. That's a really cool creature. Alright, we have made it to this guy. Senazim raises his hand in greeting.
Before we make our way to Jiret Menesh, we should speak with this man, Dejimul.
Jiret Mezel, the settlement of Temarnin. This guy's looking for the dwarves. And Ashuru is to the north. But before we make our way there, we should speak with this man, Dejenmul. He is a merchant, and he says the Temari may not welcome us, despite our authority to speak on behalf of Shara Mizadi. Who's the guy? Oh, there he is. Hello, sir.
I told your companions what I will tell you, stranger. That the Marmir may not receive you with open arms.
The Tamarud of Duran Menesh may not receive you with open arms. Their relationship with the men is strained. They blame some long ago war with the kingdom of Nisaki for that, claiming the men of that land tried to seize their mines. For all I know, that could be true, but that was centuries ago. What I do know is that I stopped first at the Kanag, just over there, and one of the Tamarin insulted me and waved me along. If the others of his people behave as he does, You might as well save yourself in the walking. They will just turn you away, whatever you were sent to them by the Shar of Hul or by any other king or queen of men. It may be different if you do the speaking for these soldiers, dwarf, but unless you hail from the same lineage as the dwarves of Jirat-Mezun, I would not trust the chance of it. I'm a dwarf of Durin's folk. It'll be just fine.
Dejemul may be right, but I hope to prove him wrong. Let us speak with this Temamir.
He mentioned as the Kanag nearby, the name of the Shara may open the doors for us to that remained closed to the Gemalu. Is that guy. Alright, a Tamari dwarf with thunder in his eyes shout at you to watch yourself. Ho ho ho! You watch yourself. I'm in the line of Durin, sir. Respected warrior, and also I have a very big battle axe and you don't, so be nice.
Move along. There is nothing for you here.
Habata spits on the ground and places a hand on the hilt of his sword. The sooner you return to the road and depart, the better it will be for all of you. Go now and return not. There, yeah, take that.
This insult cannot be allowed to stand. How dare this dwarf speak so to the emissaries of renewed Hamat?
Shazunwan shakes his fury, but before drawing his blade, he draws a long, calming breath instead, visibly settling his rage. The insult manner of the Tamari has no bearing upon our mission, Zollin. He is not the leader of Jirent Menas, and he has no authority to treat with us. We will speak with the voice of Sharamizadi. He rules only this Kanag, and perhaps not even that. this little hut. We continue northward to Jirent. It would seem Jemedul was correct about his relationship between dwarves and men in Aren Shuru. Alright, we continue north. Yeah, you tell him. Okay, I have another quest, though, to the south here, so we're going to do that first. And then we're going to go north. Oh, the 64... Oh, I was supposed to talk to someone right there. I passed right by him. I'm coming back! You know what? I'm actually going to increase my movement speed here. I have something to increase it for the stream here. Where is it? Where is it? Alright, there we go. It's a big scary orc. Oh, there we go. It's Ozzy, whatever her name is. Rahazi. I don't know how you say her name.
That is the way to what had once been the mines of Lakindar, where Shurugnin toiled.
She was of no royal line, and her family had not been part of any upper caste in the kingdom of Nazak, but she possessed exceptional strength and courage. When her brothers perished in the mines, she led a revolt against her oppressors. That was not so unusual in those days, but what is surprising is she succeeded. The freed thralls escaped into the sunlight, and Shurath Nin became a legendary figure. It is said she could not know defeat, but that was long ago, and Lakindar must now be greatly changed. Let us see what has become of it. Alright, so this girl wants to see some historical figure that was like did something great like a couple hundred years ago. Okay. So this fortress city, which by the way is very fancy looking, I guess used to have slaves in it or something. I don't know. It kind of looks like the Dwarven theme. I wonder if it's supposed to be Dwarven. Did the dwarves have slaves? No, who knows? I don't know. We'll find out. Durin's folk is appalled. Just kidding. We do everything ourselves. If you launch with Steam, once you... Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. You could do that with Steam. I don't use Steam to launch the game, but yeah. All right, the whites and shades here should be defeated in memory of Shoren Lin, or whatever the person's name is. Hey, someone just rode by. Hello there, scary white man. Well, he's more like a very scary green man. No, I'm just kidding. Because he's undead. This guy's more of like a very cold man. He looks like he's frozen. All right. You guys are like, that's not what it's not the right term for whites. These are whites. W-I-G-H-T. All right. Die, you scaries. All right, I need to kill 3 more. Now, I believe this actually turns into like a weekly somewhere in here. Someone told me. So this is somewhere you'll have to show up to do these. All right, wonderful. Are we done? No. I guess I was only supposed to walk up. That was a weekly I did, but whatever. There we go. I got some more reputation. It gave me 100 silver. I don't know. 100 silver seems kind of low for a level 160 quest. I think I should get more than that. I noticed that they brought back down the quest rewards a little bit with 160. They're very similar to 150 with money. They're trying not to let them. They don't want to think the growth of money to explode from quests and stuff.
After Shuruknin freed the thralls of Lakindar, her name and legend spread throughout all the lands of Shagana.
Around that time, she was given a mighty sword of elf make, Orathelg, and she wielded it against the armies of the orcs that threatened to subjugate her people once again. Razani pauses thoughtfully. I have not given this much thought before now, Zollin. Of what significance is it that Orthareg was forged by the elves? From where did the sword come? Is it possibly that Glorfindel may know some details of the legend unknown to my own people? He intended to go to Kanek Gur for his investigation into Damrodur. We should meet with him and see what he knows concerning Thranin and the Blade of Orthandelg. I'm sorry I'm not actually doing it in her voice. I could go really, really high, but I just don't want to do that right now. I don't feel like doing that. All right, we're gonna now head north because, hey, excuse me, sir, boot to the face. Yes, that's where you should be, orc. Kneel. Kneel, you orc scum. Just kidding. You're like, it's like, solid, it's a little dark. He's an orc. It's not dark. Guy's pretty cool. I want to get this as a mount. Come on, SSG, give us one of those as a mount. Wouldn't that be a cool mount? That would be a really cool mount. Even if they put it into a cosmetic supporter pack, and it would like make money for the game, it would still be a really cool mount. I think it'd be cool. Do I need to? Is this like a daily I'm gonna have to do later? I don't know. We're not gonna worry about it right now. All right, we're heading north to the dwarves. Excuse me. Gosh, when I do a lot of voices and reading, I start like yawning a lot. I have to remember to take like deep breaths. Oh, my friend Night Chaos got me this. It actually matches really, really well to where we are. Look at it. It's got even like, it's like the desert night sky with there's like jackal right there. And like the moon and stars. And it's actually, it says Arizona. It's the state of Arizona. But I really like it. Very cool. definitely kind of fits the stream right now, considering where we are standing right now in the desert in the night sky with literal jackals around. So, fun little thing I did not mean to theme, but I did. Wow! That bat just knocked... Oh my goodness, it's a dead arm. Stay away. All right, kill it! All right, arm has been slain. Who just leaves a dead arm crawling around the middle of the desert, you know? Like, that is very uncouth. Does the Ultimate Fan Bundle have all XPX up until now? No. No. So how it works, real fast, is that they actually gave out all of them for free to use the code. It might still be active. I don't think it is. It was, gosh, what was it? The code. Explore our world, all in capitals, and you put it into the LOTRO store. You could check, see if it's still working. Maybe they left it on just to be nice. I don't know. I think it's off. I think that ended weeks ago. But that was it. It gave all the expansions. Free to play, you can now go all the way up to like almost level 100. Pretty much all those expansions. But that code would give you all the way up to like level 120 or 130. Gave you all the areas. And then if you want to have like... You can play in all expansions, so you can actually go through. You just won't be able to do the quests or the instances. So, like, you can go anywhere in Middle-earth free to play, really. There's really not a lot of limitations there. It's just you don't have the quests to level up or stuff like that. But you don't technically need those. But it is kind of a bummer if you can't do the raids or instances, right? So you can definitely get around it with some free to play to an extent still. But anyway, your question, no, it does not have everything in it. It's basically just a new expansion. So you're basically going to get all the quests, all the regions. So if you're buying the Kingdoms of Harad, you're getting these 4 regions. Basically, you're getting this one, Adagim, Kinnag, An-Sheru, and Idagal. That's pretty much it. And there's some new quests that lead in from the other older area. So that's what you're going to get. You're going to get these 4 different areas to do questing in. Basically, it's level 150 to 160 questing, right? You'll get all the instances and raids that come out with it, which are coming out soon, and things like that to run. And then, of course, the goodies that come with the Ultimate Fan Bundle, like a bunch of cosmetic things, some helpful things, like I think they give you a carry-all. They give you a Valor boost, which means you can just level 1 character to 150 instantly. You still need to do virtues, so... things like that. Oh, look at this. This is cool. This is the entrance? Oh, I think we may have found the entrance to the dwarves! There's some random brigand here trying to mug me. She should probably have her own goat if she wants a chance to catch me. Ow. Alright. I think we're almost here, but does that answer your question? That's about it. There are a few expansions that you can buy. If the LOTRO store, you can always look to get LOTRO packs, but you really need to go to LOTRO.com and look at their expansions page, and you can see the purchasing, and they explain what they give you and things like that. And they go on sale. They did a bunch of Christmas sales. A lot of them were on sale for a long time, and I know not everyone's going to see this on my channel, but I did put it out over and over, like, guys, there's sales, so people would know. Oh, look at, this is so cool. Anyway, if you have more questions, you can ask me, but that's, I think, fills what you asked me there. That is cool. Okay, we definitely found the Dwarven settlements. Look at these cool faces. Look at that. Look at that with the sky. How cool is that? So the answer is no, it does not come with every expansion up till now. The Ultimate Fan Bundle. Basically, the Ultimate Fan Bundle, what you're getting out of it is, if you read it, it'll explain it. It gives you all the, it's mostly goodies, like mostly things that like you could live without. But it's like convenience. Some things are convenience. You have found the grand entrance to Jirjan Minesh. Sweet, we've done it. We're here. We found the great Dwarven city and a bunch of players. What are we supposed to talk with you? What was that crazy sound? Who made that sound? Was that you? That was you that made that sound, wasn't it? Oh look, all of these stuff they have back here. These are the ones I have. I don't have all these mounts. This one's really cool with the kegs. This is cool. They just put a bunch of player type mounts you can earn. And some of them, like for example, this guy came with the previous Ultimate Fan bundle for the Legacy of Morgoth expansion. So that's where you get that one. Okay. So now that we've found this great city, we're going to go straight for the main chapter, which I believe is inside. So let's explore. Wow. Wow. Look at this place. Is that a person fishing? Looks like they're fishing. Wow, you guys. Look at this place. I love how these little things are all over the ground. Very dwarven. This is one of my favorite things to do in LOTRO, just explore the world. Wow. That hyena sound was kind of cool in the distance, with a jackal. There's hyenas and jackals in this area. The sky is so cool. And by the way, the sky does move. Slowly. Kind of hard to... this doesn't. The moon does, though. Obviously. You can see the moon just slowly moving. Just ever so slowly. Across the sky. There's the timing game. In fact, I kind of want to move that. Can I move that? Yeah, I'm going to move it down here. So it's evening in the game, and it will be not evening in 12 minutes, so we'll get to midnight. But, and then, of course, that is the time, that's my time, where I'm at. That's not server time. Okay. Let's continue on. We got a couple dwarves just chilling. Hey, guys. So these dwarves are not the same clan as Durin's folk. Oh, that's why someone's fishing here. It's literally a hobby master for fishing. Which, for some reason, I can't talk to? Question mark? Sir? Sir, I need to speak with you. We need to tell you about your Dwarven Ram insurance. Extended warranty. He's like, no, leave me alone. All right, we're going in, guys. Open the gates. Ooh. The meeting hall. Ooh. This place is cool. Oh, that music is cool. Let's turn the music up. We'll leave it a little loud for a minute here. The music's cool. We shall explore the halls cinematically. Beams of light are cool. Sands of Time, the Dwarf City. Yeah, it does look like that. Oh, I think we found their leader. And the fortune is with you. The ruler of Jodmas will be more polite. Alright, we're here. We must do a nice little bow. Hello, sir.
What do you need?
What do you need? Kamelak Geta, the ruler of Jemar Mezil, listens as you introduce yourself, and the Hamat soldiers. We'll probably turn these down a wee bit for me to be able to speak. And the soldiers of Kishatal and Shanazim. You go on and relay your treatment at Kananog Valror, and the dwarf leader frowns. This dwarf Habete is not immediately known to me, but I have been most busy with affairs within the Jeshamesh itself. The operations of distant outposts on the surface I leave to others. I will hear the word of the renewed Hamat, but it is customary for such dignitaries to lend some assistance when they arrive, as a showing of good faith. Two such problems currently trouble my people: an infestation of Greben and a host of worms. Does Hamat intend to help us with these matters? Are you telling us you want to be bug exterminators? Is that what you just asked me? Sure, why not? I kill bugs. I do it all the time. All right, sir.
If this is the custom, we should see it done.
I leave the choice to you, Zollin. The Temarmir wish for us to help them deal with either the Greben or the worms. We will help them with both. Choose the threat with which you will deal, and Kinshe and I will handle the other. Each of these foes can be found outside Dermot Menesh, to the east and the west. All right, which one should we do, guys? You want to kill the bugs or the worms? What do you think? What sounds more fun? I think we should kill the bugs. I guess I choose when I go outside. All right. Dude, the sound effects in here are crazy. Oh, now the music is totally different. It's a totally different soundtrack. This is a soundtrack from the north. This is a Forge Hill soundtrack. It does fit, though. Very epic. All right, I will stop role-playing. We're running. Speed run! Dwarf coming through! It looks really polished. Yeah, it's really beautiful. The new areas are gorgeous. Like, I mean, just look at that water. Okay, I'll stop. This is making everyone giggle who's been in my channel forever. Yeah, it's really, it looks really cool. This is their front door. How's that for a front door? It's pretty cool. Cheers. You guys are having a good time, too. Whether you're here live or watching later as a video. Don't forget to throw a like on there if you would. Maybe even subscribe. It's free. If you'd like to. It helps out the channel. We do Lord of the Rings content and fun here. That's the goal. Alright. And voiceovers when we can. Look at that. Look at that sky. It's really cool. It's really neat how the game is like such an older game, and it's really been upgraded a lot visually with graphics and stuff and textures. I love it. All right. So we're gonna go. I guess I'm gonna pick one or the other. I need to go back to this town, so I think I'm gonna take a horse and we'll do whichever this one is. Hopefully it's the bugs, but if it's the worms, we'll do the worms. Kanag-gur.
Can I do something for you?
Yes, sir. You can give me a fast travel, which is a benefit of being a subscriber in the game. You get fast travels everywhere. Again, most of the VIP benefits are like quality of life things. You don't have to be a VIP. This game actually has a really good free-to-play system, but I do recommend if you play a lot. It's worth it. All right, Glorfindel, my lord.
The Blade Orotheg. That is a name I have not heard in some time.
Zollin. Yes, it is known to me. During the war against Morgoth in the First Age, a great warrior of my own people sought a champion to stem the flow of orcs from the lands of the south. Her name was Methiriel, and she carried the deadly sword Orthareg, Torn. But she despaired. Oh, hello, one of our kitchen members. Hello there. See where I was at. Her name was Metelian, and she carried the deadly sword Ortheg, Wraththorn. But she despaired, for the folk of the south were kept on the edge of starvation by cruel oppressors, and the spark of rebellion was snuffed out wherever it threatened to catch. Tidings from Belrand of one disaster after another reached Metheriel's despairing ears, and she knew she was nearly out of time. It was... if she was to find a hero that could rally the people of Shagana against Morgoth, she had to find the hero soon. Excuse me, my eyes are like... let me just blink a few times here. Alright, got a little windshield wiper going. Okay, we're good. Find her, she did. The word of Shorening had begun to spread following the revolt of Lakindar. Metheriel gifted her the blade Orotheg, and together the two great heroes loosened the hold of the orcs upon the land and its people.
The word of Shorening had begun to spread following the revolt of Lakindar.
Put the music down a little bit.
I am inspired to hear of this cooperation between Elf Champion and Shagani Warrior Glorfindel.
Metheriel's blade, Orthran, would go on to the greatness, for it is with the Shorenin would face the fearsome dragon, Akirisi, and the terrible children on the shores of the lake of Idelgal. It is said in song that the bones of the three dragons lay at the bottom of the lake for thousands of years. The dragon Akishin pursued Shorenin northward in rage, and both disappeared into legend. But that befell the elf Metheriel. Oh. What dragon is this supposed to be? That's the real question. Ooh. Alright.
The tales of your people are not so different than those of mine, Rahazi.
For if you continue a story long enough, it often ends in sadness. Shorenin's fate is not known for certain, neither is that of Methriel. Many the great are her deeds during the wars against Morgoth. It is said she stood fearlessly before one of the most terrifying servants, a Belrog of legend. But what happened to her I cannot say. She vanished from tale and song sometime before Oxinin pursued her chosen champion northwards. Wait a second, this isn't the elf we fight in the original raid, is it? What did he call her name again? Metheriel. Isn't Metheriel the... Wait a second. Isn't that the elf in the Belrog raid, the original when the game came out? I must check. I must see if I'm remembering this correctly. The Rift. The Rift. The Return to the Instance. The Rift of Nuzgajul. Okay, let's see. So this is the original level 50 raid. Creatures. L'Oreal's Camp, that's not it. List of NPCs. Is that her name? Maybe I'm thinking, maybe it is the, maybe I'm thinking of it. No, I think it's a different person's name. I need to see a picture of her. No, this is her name. So it's a different name. Okay. Just making sure. This is her name. Different person. Alright. Glatheriel. It feels really close, the name. Okay, that's the person I'm thinking of. So that's not right. So this is a different person. Unless she goes by a different name. But it's a different person. Okay. I just wanted to double check. Because I was like, no way. Let's see. Let's keep me, But let this not dampen your enthusiasm for cooperation between Elf and Shigani. Great are the deeds, and many are the accomplishments they achieved together before they faded into legend.
Some of the most inspiring songs end in sadness. Glorfindel need not apologize for it.
For the sake of Shurenin and Metheriel, I will fight on, and not be intimidated by the strength of our foes. The Tharduth and the Utugi warriors are not unassailable, and they are not defeated. They knew defeat at Sabud-Daru. My goodness, these words. Sabud-Darmar. They will know it again. And for I am the daughter of Gurzazi, a proud warrior of the Doom-Muri, and I follow the example of the great Sharunanin, who knew no fear. That's awesome. Okay, so she's a shield maiden in this area. Got it. All right. There we go. So we caught up on that quest. Very interesting story. I do like it. It's very cool. I thought we were going to get a tie-in with the original elf because she fought a Belrog, he said. And this lady was watching over a Belrog that was captured, right, in the original Rift, which is made up for LOTRO. It's not in the original lore of the story. But it makes sense and is very cool. Again, I've talked about this many times in the past on my streams and videos, but I control in my mind how I do like levels of lore by 3 different metrics with a little addition at the last one. It's canon is anything that Tolkien like wrote directly in his books, and his son Christopher Tolkien, and then like right under that obviously his notes, right? Like it's straight from Tolkien, it's canon. And then anything under that I would call legends, and legends are anything that makes sense, don't contradict any of Tolkien's work, and they're like totally like, oh yeah, that makes complete sense, or like kind of like Tolkien hinted at it but they expanded on it. You know, that's legends. A lot of LOTRO is legends. And then there's another level that is that I would consider kind of like fan fiction, and this could be good or bad. It could be fan fiction that totally disregards the original lore and totally butchers things, which can be bad. That rarely ever happens in LOTRO. That happened quite a bit in Amazon's Rings of Power, in my opinion. But then there's good fan fiction that respects the lore, but seems a little bit too extreme to be like fit in correctly. It's just kind of like out there. Anyway, that's how I kind of like separate things in my mind when I talk about it on this channel. So if you're curious when I make comments, you know what I mean from my premise, basically. My framework of how I take that in. All right, so I guess we're killing the worms because they were closer. The salamander worms. All right, so, and now we just need to get the tools. This is a really beautiful hot spring, though. It makes me want to, like, go to a hot spring. I like want to take a really warm shower. It looks really comfortable. Don't worry though, I'll get plenty warm in a second as my computer heats up my room slowly. My room started at 61 degrees Fahrenheit. For our European friends, so you know what I'm talking about. And it's now 71 in my room. About, what, an hour later? And I'm telling you right now, it'll be 81 in an hour from now. So, you know, that's the power of the computer furnace. The great Dwarven furnace is here making videos and causing lots of hate. Back you. Basking rockworm, basking in the beautiful hot spring that I should be in right now. I'll tell you right now, though, I would not want to be in a hot spring with these giant creatures that could literally just, like, tear your head off. I mean, look how big these things are. This thing is, like, huge. This thing's like a horse. Okay. There's one more that I need to get. There it is. Okay. All right. I should have put a milestone down. Can I get up from here? Oh, there's a... Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I looked. It didn't backtrack. I think there's a path. I think there's a secret path. I'm so glad I looked. Does this secret path lead up to the door? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so glad I didn't go all the way back down and around. Guys, look, a jackal. Looks like if I do it right, there could be a jackal and the moon, right? Jackal and the moon, and then if you look at my cup here, you can see the jackal and the moon. There it is. All right, sir, stop it. I thought we could be friends, Mr. Jackal. Oh man, you broke my shin. All right, I'm assuming this path is a secret way in. Ooh, what are the hyenas? Look how cool these things are. Alright, leave me alone. Leave me be! Aha, the Dwarven settlement. I've done it! I found a secret passage coming up the back. I mean, of course I did. I'm a dwarf. It's easy. Black Helmet says, hello there. What's up, Crossfire? Welcome to the stream. How's the new expansion? It's awesome. I really have enjoyed the story so far. I've been trying not to spoil myself with, so I've been trying to finish the story because there's actually really good gear for some of the quests. I need to double check some of the quests too and pick them up because there's actually some that I need to do, that give some good jewelry and stuff. But the very end story, I believe, gives a very good cloak and a very good tanking cloak. I think you could choose. There's a good one for DPS and healing too. But I think it's the best cloak in the game right now. So, until like instances come out, I'm gonna laugh if there's a better thing immediately, and I'm gonna be like, all that work.
What do you need?
All right, so I'm looking for. I don't need to do that quest. I want to double check if any of these say parts. Now these are all the task boards, so I could turn some tasks in while I'm here, real fast. I mean, why not, right?
I am at your service.
I'm at your service. Well, thank you, sir. I'm glad you're at my service. Let me accept some.
I am at your
Wait,
service.
hold on. These are missions. I'm so silly. I don't want to do these. I want to do tasks. Task board. Bounty. Okay, this is the bounties board. I need the tasks board. There it is. Okay. Complete mission. Get it out of here. We ain't completing no missions. What do I look like? A Dwarven adventurer? Oh, wait, that's what I am. I forgot. Okay. Alright, so we're going to turn all these in. This is basically... I already have the tasks in my carry-all. Hey, look, my weekly. I can get my free crafting thing. Go ahead and get reputation for this area, since I'm here. If you look at the reputation... So, this is important for anyone watching, playing the new area, your max level. Every area of the 4 new areas have a reputation. If you go to the reputation giver, you can look. They all have a special item. So this item right here, the small obsidian axe head, it's the one you can trade from this guy, from the dwarves, and it is tons of vitality with an essence slot and a ton of physical mastery rating and crit. So this is the physical DPS item. You get it from this guy. The golden lion pommel, which I already have on my tank, is the reputation of the last area, which will be in a minute with the story, but I just turned in rep quests ahead of time to get the rep up. And it gives you vitality, crit rating, and tactical and physical defense. So it's kind of the tank item. The crit is kind of like, why is the crit on there for the tank item? Well, for a guardian, it's still helpful because when we crit, we get 2 stacks of our bolster stack. So, like, it's helpful. It's just not really needed. I don't know why the crit's on there, but technically, I guess I say it's the tank item. But in theory, the Golden Lion Pommel could also be a DPS one because it's 1500 crit. And sometimes you need to get your mitts up for rating. Sometimes you always do. If it's high tier is what my point is. So I guess the Golden Lion Pommel could also be good for 80 DPS, right? Technically even a healer, but I believe there's one that gives outgoing healing and probably is better, but, you know, there might be people that already have their outgoing healing maxed. They want to get the Golden Lion Pommel. I think the Golden Lion Pommel is going to become kind of like meta as one of the items, but I think that, like, this Obsidian Axe Head might become meta still for a DPS physical class, like a champion or any of the ones, or even I will probably get this later just for my guard to have as his DPS set instead of the Golden Lion Pommel. Just because one thing I'm struggling with, I'm noticing, is getting my physical mastery rating up. The caps have kind of doubled, not quite, but almost. Like the mitigations have doubled. The mastery I think have doubled, but like you can see here, I have 165% physical damage with 285,000. So getting an extra 10,000 from this item, no, 20,000 almost, will probably bump up my damage by like 8%, which is a lot, maybe more. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at how much it gets affected yet. But anyway, good to know. That's why you turn in tasks. That's why you do the bounties in the area. They give, oh, actually, no, do not do the bounties. I forgot. They don't give reputation, but they're great for getting the coins and for virtue experience if you want to do those. I don't know why the bounties, they didn't give reputation. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Why wouldn't you make it where these give you reputation? But there are weekly and daily things all over the whole place, and there's a list on the wiki that are separate things. They're not the bounties. They're like called world quests, and there's also like world bosses, and those give you lots of reputation. Some of the world bosses in the one area gives you reputation for another group called the Hunters Camp. They're the 5th group, and they give you a really nice necklace you can choose. All right, so I could do a whole guide video on this later, but let's stop there because I'm going down a rabbit hole here. Or maybe we should say a cave claw hole because that would be more of a dwarven thing. Feels like that would be pretty funny actually. Going down a cave claw hole, except that sounds kind of funny, a little bit funny, but it would make sense for dwarves to say that because they deal with those. They're like the pests that dig holes all through their place. All right, so we don't want these other 2 tasks on our boards, on our thing, so I'm going to remove them. And this is good. I finished my daily task and got my crafting item. So let's go ahead and go turn this quest in before I get more distracted than I already have. All right, let's go. Down we go. Oh, I think I might have broken a leg. Break a leg. All right, into the Dwarven realm. We're back. Oh, my great lord. Zollin is back.
What is it that you want?
Wait. The voice. Is it supposed to be a female dwarf? Kamelek! Getty smiles. Magnanimous. Excuse me. Let me say this word right. Magnanimously. There we go. At you. Very good, very good. I have been informed of your work on behalf of the Tamari of the Jarrett Minesh, and we'll now listen to the words of the emissary of Shara Mizati of Renewed Hamad.
Thank you for your help getting this audience. We can now take it from here.
We will convey Shara Mizati's friendship and good wishes to the Tamarin of Jirmesh. I am relieved to learn the impolite manner of the dwarf Habati at Kanag Valoria was exception and not the rule, Zollin. Travel safely, and I hope to see you again when your missions are completed, my friend. Sweet, we're done. Yes, okay, no continuing quest. Awesome. We're finished. We're getting out of here. Woohoo! DeMario! No, wait, that's wrong. I feel like I'm like going so fast. Oh, dwarven speed. I feel bad for champions. Apparently champions lost their movement speed. But I found out the champion buff has a really fast cooldown, though. Like a really, really fast cooldown. So. I will say though, I feel like it is nice that Guardians have something really good with their charge. That when you have the runes and stuff, it lasts really long. I appreciate that they added that to the Guardian. They needed something. All right, so we need to go down the road. So what I'm going to do is I am going
we can to take care of each other.
Take a regular travel, and we'll get off halfway. All right, so we travel on. I love this game. Yes, I love this game too. Do you know how much the Mithril coins you need for VIP housing? Average? How much a Mithril coin is? I average it it's about 10 cents a coin. US. That's the average. Now, if you get it on sale, like if you buy the LOTRO points on a bonus LOTRO, the bonus points, like double points or whatever, sale, where you get extra points when you buy it, or you get the Mithril coins on sale in the store and they're like 40% off or something, which doesn't happen very often. Even a 20% off is like awesome. But if you see that, then of course it'll be cheaper. But Mithril coins range around 10 cents to the US dollar. That's kind of the math that I got out of it. So usually, 10 Mithril coins, you're looking at $1. So if something is, 50 Mithril coins, you're looking at about $5. That's about the math. It's not perfect. That was my best educated guess. That was estimating, by the way, the Mithril coins if you buy it in more of bulk, the math. So if you buy the Mithril coins in the bulk of 20, I think it's like, what is it? What's the bigger bulk that I estimated it with? I think it was like the moderate one. It wasn't the really expensive one, but it was like the one where you could get like a chunk of Mithril coins. It wasn't like the 5 or 10 Mithril coin one. Yes. I don't remember now. I have no memory of this place. Gandalf. But yeah. It's about 10 cents a Mithril coin. That's a rough estimate. Some people might tell you otherwise. I mean, that's fine. I'm just telling you, that's the info I can give you, sir. Do you recommend on a VIP housing? VIP housing is just for fun. You do not need a VIP house. If you are a VIP paying subscription, it's nice because you never have to pay for upkeep if you're VIP. So as long as you're paying for your subscription for the game, your house is paid for. The in-game money is not hard to get, though, to pay for the regular housing. The VIP houses are very beautiful. You definitely need to check them out. I talked about this at the end of last year, but I was going to do it this year, which I will do soon. But I want to do a series on like being your dwarven realtor, and I'll give you a walk through all the different housing areas, like it's separate videos, like the different housing regions. So I will do that. I will do that series soon. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a funny series and also hopefully helpful for those who need it. Yeah. It's Zollin's free bingo card. Yes, exactly, Black Elf. Exactly. Indeed, indeed. Well said. Alright, so we are now here, but I may have... Why is that, like, glowing? Yeah, gosh, that white has, like, an evil glowing aura. Look at him. It's kind of terrifying. Alright, so we got some other players here. All chilling. Hello there. Hello, everyone. How are we? Oh, they're on follow. Okay.
Ever since we departed Zajana, I suspected our road would bring us to Amax Dul in Edagal.
I did not expect the situation with which we are now threatened. That the Ordaki, who control the city, might be manipulated by the Tharduth.
Shinjamin and Kishatal have set out for Kijan to bring word back to Sharamizadi.
Word back to Sharamizadi. I will remain with you, Zollin, for I fought at the Sabu Darumum, the Red Rush battle, and I know the dangers posed by the Tharduth. For the fallen Sudusha and the honor of Dumuri, I will fight alongside you once again. Okay, against them. Thank you. All right, appreciate it. What do we got? Heavy boots. They give critical defense and more finesse, and... Dang, they give less might, though. But they give crit defense. Oh, I might actually
Of our company, only Olishar has walked into Edagal. Will he tell us what to expect?
And where first we should go? Even mighty Sharanzin would hesitate to knock upon the gates of Exmandur, upon the Ordaki and the Tharduth have joined hands within.
Amax Dul has borne many names over the span of its history, each chosen by the power that controlled
history. Each of the chosen by the power controlled it. The Menudos Nisaki and the Thornentan League, and now the Ordaki. I guess these are all people that controlled this city in the past. But Razani is right. We should not make directly for Imakdur. Instead, let us pass into Edalgal and follow the road northwards. There we will find a pleasant settlement beside a green oasis. It is called Anaba, and the Beltalni herdsmen who dwell there showed me kindness while I wandered. A few years before I was imprisoned by the Ordaki. If Malgazoro lives there still, he may help us. I knew him not, but by his reputation, he was a man of influence among those who live by the water. Alright, some blah 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 random herdsman. Got it! That's what I got out of that. Alright, so we're going to head into the 4th region! We've done it, guys! We finished the 3rd region with the main story. I hope I didn't miss a quest that was important for gear or jewelry. I don't think I did, but that's okay. That was the only exception in this series besides the main chapter. Whoa, look at that. Look at that thing. That is a very large, scary bridge. Very dark. You have discovered the Arch of Adazar. Oh, cool. What are these creepy looking fellows? Hello there. How are you guys? Oh, not looking so good, huh? Whoops, I didn't accept that fast enough. Are these guys just chilling here under this bridge? You guys, these are trolls that live under a bridge. Oh, I get the joke. I don't know if that's a joke, but it's kind of hilarious. There's a bunch of big, scary-looking monster trolls living on the bridge. Can I go in here? No. It says there's a bunch of stuff above us. Red dots, but... What are these? Anshuran Heaver. Are they supposed to be trolls? What are these things? Like, what are they? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what these things are. They're terrifying, whatever they are. Some of the creepiest creatures I've seen, actually, in the game. Gee. The road that passes beneath the Arch of Heaven is now safer for travelers after you defeated some of the dangerous beasts. Well, that's good. Alright, we are continuing into the new region here. Now, this is more of an upper desert, this area, which is kind of cool. Idal, the dry whelm. Not well, whelm. Okay. The moon with that sun is really, like the foredawn, so the sun's about to come up and the moon. Dude, it's a momakill. It's a momic. It's a momic. Alright, guys, we're gonna sneak. Everyone, we're sneaking. Being sneaky. Alright. I want to see this thing. Someone get the binoculars. That thing's so cool. Look at it. Dude. That new model is amazing. Look at that. I'm hiding, guys, in the bushes. That's so cool. So what happens if I get too close? Does he attack me? Most likely. I mean, it's a wild mimic, so I think I'm just out of its aggro range. I think I'm right outside the bubble. Does he? I wonder if he just threatens or if he just attacks. He probably just attacks. That is so cool. All right, obviously we have to go up close to it now. Oh, he's not attacking. Oh, the flowers are pretty too. Oh, he's attacking. Oh, oh, oh. He's after me. Whoa! Oh my gosh, he's huge. Oh my gosh, he's got a lot of HP. What the heck? He's got double my HP. He's trying to step on me! I knocked him down. Oh, whoa, he's sliding. He's sliding. Something's going on with this model there. I'm sorry. You're such a cool. He's so cool. I feel kind of bad for killing it. Alright. So that was pretty cool. That was a fun little excursion there. Little side trip. Alright, let's keep going down. By the way, fun fact. I love this in the new area. They've got these poppies. And they represent, I think they are very similar. The look they were going for is the California wild poppy, which is native to where I live. Which is kind of cool, because I immediately recognized it. It's not like right where I live, but I'm not a couple hours away. I can get to a place that has these. It's like they only grow in like, if it is supposed to be the California poppy. But yeah, they're pretty. They're all over the place. So I have a feeling that a lot of the high deserts here in this game were based off like Western United States. That's what they were going for, like California, different areas, high deserts in here, because there's a lot of similarities. Not exactly. There's some made-up stuff, clearly, that's not the same. Like certain rock formations and stuff. But a lot of the plants kind of give me that vibe. Oh, here we go. I found a camp. You discovered the Hamat Ford Camp. That's Mazadi. Hello, Mazadi. All right. Let's go close to her so we can talk.
Is there something you need?
Nope. Just
we come to this arid place for one reason. To make a stand against Ordach.
Welcome, friend. We come to this arid place for one reason. To make a stand against Ordach. We know that the Barshud has come has come this way, likely the regroup with the Ordaki masters. Their stronghold must be here, and I aim to find a way to take it from them. Our group is small for now, only my most trusted allies. The rest of my army will follow when we are ready. Now we must discuss what the scouts have found in Idel and prepare our strategy. You ask about the newcomer in the left tent. She appears to be a scholar from Zajana. Mizadi strifes a sigh. Yes, meet Sorkamal. The new diplomat, Numulru, has convinced me that we need one after that misunderstanding in Zajana. I am sure she will prove herself as a valuable member, of course, of our cause. Now, let us gather the others. It's that person over there. This is the person that's going to be the new diplomat. Oh, she's a pretty cool character. She's cool. I love that blue. And that staff. Can I get this as like for my Lore Master? That's really cool looking. Dang. Looks really awesome.
Are you ready to hear the report of our scouts?
Yes, we're ready. We're ready.
Our pursuit of Barshud has led us to Idagal, a scorched land of scavengers and cruelty. Here we will stand defiant and push the Empire of Ordach out of the region for good. But first, we need allies. Good, we are convened. Let us learn the weaknesses of our enemies.
Okay, I think a lot of this is voiced over. Whatever's not, I will try to voice in the right time. But here we go. I think I have the sound all the way up, right? Just double check. Yeah, we're good.
What have each of you learned of Idagal? Razal, you may begin.
Max-Dul is the main fortress of the Ordachai in the region. It is an ancient citadel, highly fortified and well defended. Goremursai, the son of Ordach's new Hul, has arrived with his family to personally lead the Ordachai forces in Murjala. Despite this new leadership, the soldiers of the rank and file are in disarray. Morale is low, and defections are common. They are surrounded by enemies on all sides, and have seen one major defeat after another since the fall of the Black Serpent at Pelennor. The complete mutiny of their forces may be possible, if given the right push.
Then that is our target. We will strike Max-Dul, slay both Goramulsai and Barshud, and drive the Ordachai from these lands.
My Shara, I must urge caution. Our enemy has weaknesses to exploit, yes, but our numbers are limited. We have not forces enough to besiege Max-Dul.
We cannot give up when we are so close. I will not let Barshud slip away once again.
Our scouts say a large Araduni host approaches from the west. They too oppose Ordach. We might form an alliance that benefits both Aradu and Hamad.
That is where I can help. Through diplomacy, we can achieve our goals. Tamareja Ardu leads a movement to reclaim what was once Nisaka from the Empire. They forced the Orthakai from their lands to the west, and now march on Murjala. Her story is not dissimilar to your own. We may convince her to join forces once she sees our goals align.
Another new kingdom. We will see if she is an ally, or yet another rival.
There are two other groups in Idelgal to consider. The Beitani of Ahaba and the Thralls of Eshmekag. The Beitani have lived in Idelgal since before the land was dry. They are primarily herders, and once roamed freely across the fruitful, grazing land. The Dean of Stone and the drying of the lake has forced them to stay near the oasis to the north, Ahaba. Ordach has long subjugated them, imprisoning the disobedient in the jail south of the lakebed, Eshmekag.
Eshmekag, the Silent Mouth, is a fortress of sorrow and death. Its thralls are forced to work in the nearby pit mine, lest they face the cruelty of Rotulko the Bloody, the prison's warden. Rumor has it, he earned his station by slaying the King of Rohan at Pelennor. The Sai seems to favor him. My scouts report potential escapees in the nearby ruins. They may need our help.
Whether or not the Beltane and the Thralls will aid our fight, we must see if we can help them. I will not let Ordach's depravity go unanswered. Let us first visit Ahaba. This oasis may be a suitable place to gather our forces, and perhaps some new allies, before we strike at Amax Dul.
That was awesome. That was really fun to have a full, like, voice-over story. Good job.
That is the plan. We gather more allies, and then we strike.
Cool. All right, so they just built us a framework of the story. So we've got the whole new expansion named the Kingdoms of Harad, which I know I've said it a few times, but originally people asked me, what do you think they call the expansion? And I literally said, Kingdoms of Harad would be a good name. That's what's going on through my head. So I'm glad we're all on the same page. But now we know there's several kingdoms, right? There's a lot actually going on. There's Hamat. There's the gatekeepers of Zijana. There's the kingdom of the Ordaki, which are basically the main evil people who are now being led by another dark force. There's another guy who's a slave owner that owns a castle, blah, blah, blah. We learned that. And supposedly he killed the king of Rohan in the... Yeah, I think he probably lied about that because we know the Witch King is the one that did that. Then there's another group that's coming here from the south, another kingdom that is trying to attack Ordach because they don't like them. And then there's also the Herders group of people. So there's a lot of different groups here. We've got like 4 or 5 kingdoms going on here and a couple little small groups. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. A lot of fun little political intrigue there with all the kingdoms in Harad.
The path forward will not be easy. I hope I can count on you to walk it with me, friend.
Yes, absolutely.
We will meet you outside Ahaba. I do not want to startle these meek shepherds.
We'll meet you outside Harbabra. I will go ahead with Sor Kamal and Numuru. Because he will insist. I'm trying to like read it fast and fluidly, and then I just destroy it because of that. Because he will insist I not go without any of my sub-buzuri, but leave the rest of my guards behind for now. I do not want to startle these meek shepherds. We will continue along the road towards the main path into the oasis to the north. We will not go ahead without you. Okay. Yeah, you better not. You need your Dwarven Guardian. Alright. Not to mention, if you actually go back in our character, you playing or me playing, right, our character, the amount of stuff our character has done, we are like legendary warrior status. So, we're up there with Legolas and Gimli, pretty much, right, with being like really good fighter. So it's like, you probably want to bring your dwarf that's the same as like 20 guys in fighting power, right? Or whoever your character is you're playing. By the way, the sun had just came up, and you can see the desert winds here, but let's take a look at the view. Whoa! This place is cool. So that's the Ordaki city up there that they have control over. That looks like an ancient city. That bridge is long gone. So we remember from the lore of many... It's been a few weeks now since I've been starting the series, but to give you guys a memory of what happened, this area used to be a lake. Right? Like, it was a lake all the way up to kind of, like, where it was dark, right? So, like, up to there, this whole thing was a lake. And it got drained. And that's why, because it got drained, why the evil ones got out of their prison, which are the Thurdoth, or whatever they were calling them. They were underground. And you can see there's some ancient skeletons over there. Didn't they mention something about dragons at the bottom of the lake? Yeah, I think they did. So, anyway, we got some cool stuff. What's up there? There's like a place up there. Oh, that's when you go up, that's the Dwarven spot on the other side. We were there. All right, so there's an oasis right over here. By the way, I see this road. Like, can you go up this? Huh. All right, here is Mazadi and...
Wait. Someone approaches.
There you are. The main path into Anebes should be this way. I would rather we actually not actually sneak up on them if they are timid as Tomorrow says. Wait, I hear something. Someone approaches. Batali Shepherd. Help! Help us! You cannot escape us, fools. It is a simple choice. Fight for Ordark willingly or serve in Est Mecca as a thrall. Ordarki dogs, you will subjugate these people no longer. What is this? Who dare stand against the Ordark? Mizati Shanar Ingari of renewed Hamat. That is a mouthful, isn't it? Hamati traitors! The shy will hear of this. Thank you, Shara. Please come and speak to our chieftain, Unush Saleh. Let us continue to Abad then. We will meet you inside. Alright. It's kind of hard to, like, voice that over correctly with how the words pop up so quickly. I'd like to be a little bit more, like, dramatic about the voicing, but... That's what we got! Alright. So I think this is the front door. Oh, look at this! That's gorgeous. This is the Oasis. I hear Oasis and I just think of the Ready Player One movie and story. Wow. That looks awesome. That's gorgeous. Look at that. Numari is my favorite Pokemon. It's Arizona. Yeah, it does. It does have an Arizona vibe. It definitely does. Yeah. Arizona, or the deserts of California, they're pretty much the same thing. The land does not care about where humans stuck a border. But that is true. I drive all the time through that desert because I go visit my friends in Arizona and stuff. It's like an 8.5-hour drive to get to that, you know, from the coast inland to the middle left side of Arizona. Not all the way through. It's very big. But yeah, it's this whole area reminds me of that. They definitely took inspiration from places in all of like the western side of the United States. Though things like, for example, trees like this, the citrus trees that grow really well, and those orange flowers, that's like classic California stuff. Like California is really famous for doing a lot of citrus, kind of like Florida actually. Almost from Florida. They both do a lot of citrus growing. Like Palm Springs, it's a very famous name area in California. Very deserty area, but beautiful like oasis spots and you know, lots of palm trees, lots of beautiful citrus plants like this, beautiful bushes everywhere, things like that. And then you go out and it's just dead desert. Away from it, right? Yeah, and then you go a little farther away from those oases and you run into, oh, it's Nasty Hobbit. Hello, Nasty Hobbit. Hello there, friend. We'll do a little... If I could do it. A little salute. Whoa. We've ran into 2 of our kinship members on this adventure today. It's quite fun. We have lots of fun. We're going to be doing a kinship event later today. Actually, in just over an hour, we'll be doing a kinship event. I'm going to stream it, so. All right, so this is their, like, supposed chieftain, Oh, they have been slain. These guys attacked her, I guess.
It seems we have mutual enemies. That does not yet make us friends.
That's fair. That's fair. Here you are, the reunited of the Shama Mizadi, who my people say saved them from the Odaki slaveries. It seems we have mutual enemies. That does not yet make us friends.
It is simple. Help the Beltani, and we will help you.
I believe you're Shara when she says she wants to protect us from the Odaki, but I sense you want something from us in return. We are not ones to trust outsiders so easily, not after our many years of resistance to Odak. If you want an alliance, you will need to prove yourself to us. It is simple. Help the Beltani, and we will help you. She also gives me a very good earring for DPS, which I might keep. They all bind to you, so you have to do this on every character. They bind to your character, not your account. Sadly. It'd be kind of fun to be able to send them to the other characters. Okay.
Outsiders are often drawn to Ahaba by the oasis.
It is custom of my people to welcome any who desire water or food, if they come in peace and offer work in exchange for these gifts. We have had difficulty with vultures of late. Should you do something about them, you will have the friendship of the people of Adaba. You asked Melgazor to describe the vultures and tell you where you can find them, and he smiles broadly at you. Some of these vultures fly upon wings and are the Fane of Sharunu, but others bear swords of Odak, and these too are unwelcome. They reside at the Withered Watch. Still other vultures might once have called Adbun their home, but now they live at Kidul Bala and prey upon their former neighbors. I am pleased you understand me. Yeah, we can help. I like to kill mean vultures. Alright, so we got to do a couple run-around quests here. And we will be starting soon. In fact, let me let everybody know. All right, shoot that our kinship.
What say you, traveler?
What say you, traveler? Greetings, guardian. I am Batala. I handle much of the cooking for the village. Utali asked you to help out around Anaba, and I am not one to turn away idle hands. Look around, friend. Our oasis provides us gathered fruit from the trees and bushes and bring it to me. Sure, I can do that. All right. So now this actually turns into a daily, but we have to do 3 quests in this place for the main chapter. So we'll just do the quest. So we will pick some fruit from probably some dates from this tree here. There's a spot when you're traveling in Southern California right before you get into Palm Springs, and it's called what is it called? Something dates, and they have like these date shakes. They're so good. If you ever pass by on the 101 freeway going that way, you got to try it out. It's really yummy. Try to remember what it's called. It's a little place. It's got a huge sign, though, by the freeway. It's pretty obvious when it's there. Nasty Hobbit flying on his horse there. Technically not a Clydesdale, it's a draft horse. Clydesdales are only brown. So, like, this is a Clydesdale, right? Even though it's also a draft horse. My sister talked about this the other day. She's a horse pro. She loves horses. She was saying how this is actually, like, super well done, this Clydesdale. But these colors are Clydesdale colors. And they can't be other colors. Then they're not Clydesdales. They're just different kinds of draft horse. I was like, oh, interesting. I learned something. Try to remember what the full name of it is. It's something dates, like, again, the food, right? Alright, so I'm supposed to pick all these trees up here. I love the animation of when you go through bushes, they wiggle. I love that animation that you're like pushing through the reeds. That's one of my favorite things they added to the reeds. They like wiggle when you push through them. It's like, where's the dwarf? I don't know, guys. Where is he? And the reeds are all like wiggling as I walk through. It's just a cool animation. I love that. Hello, what's up? Dreadman here. Dreadman. Thanks, man. Have a good day, too. Nasty Hobbit subscribed with Prime. Cheers, Zollin. Thanks, Nasty Hobbit. I hope you're still there. Are you still in the chat? I hope I. Thanks for the Prime sub there. You are good, sweet, awesome. Fun seeing you jump by. Lord Kev, what's up, Lord Kev? We are having a great day. I hope you're having a good day too, sir. Hope all that stuff worked out that you were telling me about. Someone in the world chat just said hobbits are fire hazards. Literally no context. Oh man, dude. World chat, some people get really mad at what people say world chat. I just laugh world chat off. You just gotta like laugh at it. These like just people are so funny, dude. They're so funny. Oh man. And then there's people that just want to like talk about all these like subjects in the world chat that really shouldn't be talked about in the world chat on LOTRO. And they're just like, it's like they want to like cause an issue. You just gotta ignore those people. Like literally there's an ignore button. If you're really getting bothered by it, just ignore them. But I giggle at them, honestly. I just laugh at people. You gotta enjoy life. I'm being asked a question by a kinship member real quick. Have you done something? I'm in the same spot. Okay, Eden was asking me if I'm in the same spot. We were doing questing together, the same chapters with the other characters. I'm in the same spot I left off with the other characters. But Zollin, I'm doing solo because I'm doing it so I can do the videos with you guys on stream here. Right, we are almost there with picking up all of these things. Now, this is actually a daily you can come do here. It's one of the world quests, as they call them in the new expansion. It's just a daily. That's all it is. I need a couple more of these bushes. Oasis moleberries. What in the heck is a moleberry? Is that a real thing in real life? Is that a real thing? What is a moleberry? It is a real thing. Looks like a blackberry. A moleberry is a sweet, edible blackberry, like fruit, from a morris tree. Interesting. Available in white, red, and black variants. Known for staining sidewalks and being great for jams or fresh eating. Despite not being a true berry, botanical, but rather a multiple fruit. These hardy trees grow across many climates and are varied for their fruit and valued for their fruit and wildlife food. Though they require some due to their size and can hybrid. So, interesting. So I'm not quite. It says they're a type of tree. So it's weird to me. Oh, I've seen these before. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, look it up, guys, if you want to see some pictures on it too. Oh, that's interesting. It kind of says it's a tree though, so I don't know why it's a bush in this. But I mean, technically a bush can sometimes grow into a tree. We have a plant that was supposed to be a bush and is now in the front yard the size of a tree. It's like 15, 20 feet tall. So, I mean, and it went from having little twig sticks to like its trunk is like this now. It's actually crazy over the last like 10 years. It's crazy.
Is there something you need?
Reach ally. That's not what I need to do right now. I can do that later. I just have to reach ally with the herdsman and I can get benefits for that. There's a random wild donkey. Which apparently I can slay. Which I'm not going to do. Alright, we need to help this guy. This is kind of a fun one. I like this quest is cool.
What say you, traveler?
What say you, traveler? Welcome to Annabelle Stranger. I am Nadil, a humble shepherd. If you are here to help, I would appreciate it. My hands are full enough as it is. Several of my sheep have gone amok. Wandered off. This is like the most classic MMO quest trope on the planet. Literally, if you watch Liviva Dirt League, that one series they make fun of MMOs, literally the main character is the garlic farmer and his sheep. And he's always like, my sheep have gone amok. Please, traveler, right? Several of my sheep have wandered off. They should still be nearby, but I fear if I go looking for them, these two in my pen will wander off as well. Don't you just close the pen? Would you be willing to find them and bring them back? Here, take some of this hay. They cannot resist it. Whistle with it in your hands, and they should come. All right, I will grab this bay of... Okay, so now there is a trick with this quest I'm going to teach you all right now, okay? You guys are going to laugh, but if you don't want to like go around and actually find every sheep, which they're actually kind of hard to find. The quest sort of shows you that they're in this area, but there are some scary things. Those are not really scary. I don't see any sheep. Is that a sheep? Nope. That is a bobcat of sorts. Definitely not a sheep. Ah, sheep. Lost sheep. Hello, Susan. Everyone knows the joke. You know what I'm talking about. So basically you click this little symbol when you're clicked on them, but you can just spam it and you can get all 5 done. Ready? So now you don't have to go around and find 5 sheep. I know. Little cheaty, but it's nice because that quest could be very tedious otherwise.
This valley belongs to the Shagani.
They have all
and
returned!
No
Thank you, Zollin, and Voice of the Rings. Now, we need to get them into the pen.
Is there something you need?
The sheep have returned, but they need to be rounded up. This is the perfect job for Ishu. Would you like to try commanding her? Just point at the sheep that you want her to herd, and she will see it done. All right, this is the sheepdog. Look at that. This is the adorable dog. So now the cool thing about this quest is it actually gives you this dog as a pet forever. So, whistle at her. Whistle at her. There we go. All right, and now she's my ally, and I can summon her with this if I needed to, but I don't have to. And now we find the sheep. Now, it's 5 sheep, guys. What do you think I can do? Click, 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 click. I don't know if it actually works. I guess it doesn't work with this one. Okay, it only works with one. All right. Doesn't work with this quest. Oh, but the nice thing about this is they're just all around the they're just all around in a circle. So this quest's a lot easier because of that. You don't have to like look for them all. Did I be closer? There we go. A little bark bark. Alright, there we go. Now we talk to the dog. You let Lishu know she has done a great job and offer her a pat on the head. Good dog. Ruff, ruff. She offers a single bark and wags her tail in return.
This valley belongs to the Shagani.
I knew
no
Shylah would finish this task in no time. And thanks to you, my friend, for helping. Unfortunately, it won't be long until the wandering off again. I shepherd's work is never done. See, and it gives me the tome of the Muro herding dog, which is same breed as her. I'm gonna go ahead and learn that right now. And I will have a new friend in the collection. see. It's this one is the one we just got, right? The Muru. Oh, that's the Muru one. Yeah, Muru herding dog. Yeah, that's it. There it is. Now we have our own. Then we have our own little pet dog forever to run around with us. It's a cool quest. I think it's kind of fun that they gave a quest that just gives you a pet. I think that's cool. I think they should do more of those. Just give you a random pet for doing a random quest. I think it's cool. We basically learned how to be a shepherd. We're now a shepherd dwarf. Shepherd time. Yep, exactly. Okay, thanks, Nasty Hobbit. I'm glad that was a helpful tip. All right. Oasis. So let's turn into Oasis production, and then we'll be done with the chapter. We can move on.
Is there something you need?
You show Batala the fruits you have collected. Good. This is enough for the next meal. Now, I have one more task for you. I'm already done.
Belongs to the Shagani.
The
and
fruits
no
you
one
picked
else.
will be sweetened and baked with pastry. I can call them Ibal Hutu. The cooking will bring out the fruits, natural sugars. Nature's bounty is delicious, is it not? I have packaged up some meals for you to deliver to the hunters and the shepherds out working. They are in the bag by the hut, only one each. And this actually does give me some of this, which you can't actually craft this food yet. For some reason, you only craft the might one. So I'm going to go ahead and take it because that's a really good buff. So I'm actually going to grab this. Help out with some instant runs later. I'm sure they're going to make it where we can craft it soon. But until we can. All right, let's turn this in real quick.
My people are pleased with your work. You may stay.
You may stay. While you were gone, Mizati and I spoke how she became Shara of renewed Hamad. We share a bond. The cruelty of the Ordok took both our husbands. We have agreed to help each other claim vengeance. By the way, if you are wondering, it kind of goes into some of the quests it's hinted at, but why a lot of the leaders and a lot of the people are all women is because a lot of the men died, right? With the battle, which is sad, but it's a reasonable reason, right? Now, it doesn't mean women can't be good leaders too. I'm not saying that. My point is, though, a lot of these people had to kind of like take up leadership because their husband died, who was the leader, or all the guys, a bunch of the guys died. Obviously, a lot of the young men, children are probably alive, but they're kids, right? So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool story. It's also kind of like solemn and sad because like to have that many people die, like that's a little sad. But we're gonna stay positive here in this stream today. But anyway, just a little lore background on that too. I think that's kind of interesting actually. While you were gone, Mizati, we global husbands, we have agreed to help each other claim vengeance. And again, a lot of their husbands died because of the Ordaki evil leadership, right? They're the ones that served Sauron. They kind of like enslaved all the other peoples and kingdoms and sent them off to war, right? And if they didn't go to war, they'd kill their families or they'd kill them, right? That kind of thing. You know, the horribleness of that. So that's kind of like the background, some of the background stories of all this stuff. When the forces of Hamat gathered before they marched to make war on Imex Duel, they may make up camp in Abanu. We will then add who we can to your host. May the Beltali finally be free. This is their people. They're always being oppressed by the evil kingdom next to them.
To the west, the soldiers of Aradun gather. It is time for my new envoy to prove her worth.
It is time for, hold on. We have secured Abna and aid of the Baltali. Now even greater diplomatic challenge must be tackled. To the west, the soldiers of Aradun gather. It is time for my new envoy to prove her worth. Unasali has volunteered to travel with you and Sorkamala to provide an introduction with the Araduni stationed in the Donwarden. I trust her to keep you safe while you cross the scorched lake bed. I think I'll be fine. Numurus and I will stay here and organize our soldiers as they arrive. To keep you safe? How about me to keep her safe? I'm just kidding. She's probably supposed to guide me is the point of that. I'm just trolling. Except, you know, she's like a diplomat, and I'm actually a hardened warrior adventurer, so, you know.
Is there something you need?
Is there something you need? I have met with the Argundi before. It only makes sense that I go with you. They are yet another people who seek justice against Ordak. I trust my people will be good hosts to Mizadi and her soldiers while I am gone. To quickly reach the Arduni, the Dawn Warden, while avoiding Ordaki, we must cross the dry lake bed. It is a treacherous journey full of venomous reptiles, wild drakes, not to mention the oppressive heat. In recent months, it has become even more dangerous. There is something unnatural out there. Hurry out, hurry any who cross because of this. Excuse me. We must also travel with Hidad Daddy, our elder Caparia mystic. Oh my goodness. She will keep us safe. The three of us will go ahead and meet you out there. Look for the dragon bones. Alright, got it. Sounds good. Alright, let's turn these quests in real quick for the food. To these people. Here you go. Here's your food.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Alright. Well, let's see where we're at here. So, what I am going to do here, guys, is we are going to, if you'd like to join us for more fun, we are going to be doing a pack trip / deed event in a little bit with another stream. So that's going to pop up soon. But I need to stop and take a break so that I can get myself some lunch right before that. So let's turn in the rest of this quest real fast, and then we'll finish up. Does anyone have any questions for me or anything? It is level 25 to 30. The North Downs. You can come a little bit lower level if you need to. This spot's weird. There we go. But I wouldn't recommend too much lower than 20. It'll be really hard otherwise. But bring a character that hasn't done those deeds. I already linked the deed, the exploring deed, in the next stream. So if you need that. And yeah, that was really fun. This was a really fun stream today. I really had fun doing these stories and quests. We will continue with part 6 of this, and we'll continue the story. We are getting there. I think we're well past the halfway point, but I think we still probably got a good few hours of storytelling to do. I have not fully finished the story myself on any character. I didn't really want to spoil it for myself because I wanted to be able to react with you guys. But it's a pretty darn cool story. I've really been enjoying it overall. Very fun. And beautiful areas. I'm really enjoying just the exploring and seeing all this new stuff with everybody. And yeah, it's really cool. It's exciting. And you know, they haven't done a lot of the other things yet, but honestly for me, it's kind of been like, oh, I have to collect more of these things? Is that just, oh, is that just the daily? Oh, I just have the daily now. Okay. Gather fruits. Oh, that's the daily. Got it. So now I can do it again for more reputation, and it also counts as the daily. It gives you a daily like box, reputation box and stuff to get your reputation up with all the places. So I'm not going to do all that right now, but I'll hang on to it for later. Also, if you start a quest, even though they rotate them out every day or so with different quests, I believe you can still do them if you already have it in your inventory. I think one of us figured that out. Kinship already mentioned it. So just keep that in mind.
Is there something you need?
Yes, sir. I just want to give you this fine, delicious meal made by yours truly.
May your day prove profitable.
All right, so
What say you, traveler?
there we go. All right, well, with that, I can turn that quest in, and we're set. So we'll finish here right now. Before I forget, thanks to my Patreons, really helps make the full time here on this channel possible. Thank you to Martin for being hero of Khazad-Dum, Elraandor for being in Zollin's company, and Red for being a royal guard, and all my other patrons there. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you, everyone, for liking, subscribing, and watching, and a couple subs on Twitch today. I appreciate that, too. It helps tremendously, both on YouTube and Twitch. In the future, I'd like to multi-stream over like on Facebook Live, too. So if you want to help out with that, it's free. You could go and follow me on Facebook down there, too. or on X. I can stream on those too if it lets me. You know, or whatever the ones you want to follow on. Whatever you want to do. I appreciate any help or level of support. Just watching the videos is wonderful too. Have a great day, Middle Earth. I'll see you guys in the next ones. Stay happy.
Is there something you need?
Give me my goodies. She gave me the wonderful, delicious soup. Yes. We got our new dog pet here, just chilling with us. It's a happy dog. All right. Well, I'll see you guys soon. Have a good little break. I will be back in about 40 minutes for another stream. See you then. Stay happy, my friends.